Hello, Mike Enrich here, another live with Mike. And again, always want to keep you up to date on what's happening in the digital realm. Last week we talked about Meta, Facebook's new name. So if you didn't hear that one, go back and check that one out, what it means for business marketers. It's that time of the year now where getting a lot of questions about, what's the big trends? What do we need to be aware of for 2022? And one of the things that I keep coming back to when people ask me that is a term that's been called e-commerce. Okay, so obviously e-commerce has grown, but there's an extra E now that's a part of that e-commerce, and that is experiential e-commerce, and that is giving people greater and greater ability to kind of customize their experience, giving them an experience as part of the e-commerce solution online. We've done that, with manufacturers in a number of ways. Boats, for example, when somebody wants to buy a pontoon boat and they kind of go in and be to experience that boat by taking a look at it from different angles, taking a look at different packages, and then all seeing that visually represented there. That's just a small example. So there's other kinds of examples with that, but that's a key to look at for your site. That's there's just more and more demand for e-commerce, and the differentiator there is the experience that you're offering. So e-commerce stands for experiential e-commerce. What are you doing to create that experience for someone shopping online so that they stay with it? Today, I want to talk a little bit more about what you see on your screen here, increasing your homepage conversions. So you've got your website, and ultimately you want somebody to buy something, you want somebody to contact you. So that's conversion. How are you um, evaluating that and getting more people to do that? Well, there's a number of things you want to take a look at. Number one, you want to make sure that it's clear your value proposition. What do you offer and what value will they get out of it? Okay, keep things simple and make sure that is front and center and above the fold on your website. Above the fold means what's visible. So, so what you see on your screen that I'm showing you, that's the screen. That's above the fold. So I have to scroll down. That's below the fold. Okay. Um, Clearly highlight your value proposition. Second one then is to optimize your site for conversions. Okay, so that's just taking a look. There's been some changes with Google's algorithm called the page experience algorithm, and Google's demanding that it's faster, it's easier to use, all on the mobile device. So you need to take a look at that. What Google is saying, because they've kind of ramped up their expectations, and it's tough, and it's often sites that are a few years older are not meeting quite all of what Google is saying there and recommending. So we need to dive into that a little bit further. And excuse me on that one. All right, number three, take a look at that is apply sales copy best practices. So again, there's words, there's terms, there's things, and if your business is kind of back office or manufacturing or whatever, you may not be thinking about the terms that can help generate more interest for someone. My word, second one here, that's crazy. Um, so you want to take a look at the best copy with words that generate action and enthusiasm and help convert people. So evaluating having your copy evaluate is important there. The fourth one is to leverage user generated content. That's what UGC stands for, and so that is the role of trust. Okay, and so like this in this simple case, a testimonial is a UGC. That's someone that's a user, someone that has bought from you, used your product, and having that testimonial on that kind of a landing page can be of value to build further trust. It's not you stating that your product is great. It is a customer testimonial, someone else saying, "This is what the product did for me." And so there's some stats there that are impressive. 81% of consumers trusting a brand do the right thing is critical to their purchase decision. 8 out of 10 will only buy if they trust you to do the right thing. and people are more and more taking a look at reviews. Okay, so the reviews, testimonials is the way to get reviews on your site. Um, those can be pulled in from like a Google reviews. We have an online reviews service that can pull in Google reviews, even Facebook reviews into your website. To do that, leverage the UGC. So maybe that's a tool that you want to take a look at adding there. Um, Beyond that, you want to, provide facts, support every claim with proof. Okay, not just, hey, we have the best X, but showcase, the example. We did, we implemented Y for this company and it did Z for them. Those types of things. Support that. And then the sixth one is to use lead magnets to shorten the journey. So this is some type of product or service offer in exchange for the consumer's personal information, like their email address. And usually can start out with maybe an ebook, and the ebook can do some of these same pieces there. It can explain the product, the value proposition, and it can just go into more detail than what one page can. You can, then you can expand that, but it's ultimately doing the same thing. You can have more testimonials on there, a little bit more of a case study um, to show proof, and then you can follow up that with a email um, that builds that further and that offers that conversion opportunity. So you want to take a look at evaluating your homepage of your website. That's something our team can do. They do audits of those types of things and look at sharpening that up, because if that, you know, a few $100 investment can turn into a few thousands of dollars for you, then that's obviously, that makes financial sense to do those kind of things. So definitely take a look at that and consider those options there. So that's the key for today. As you look ahead into the end of 2021 and into 2022, is it time to take a look at optimizing your website? And is it meeting all the speed considerations that Google demands of it today? And as well, then are you offering, if you're getting into e-commerce, consider the need for e-commerce, that experiential one, to make it easy for that. That can be all kinds of things. Another one, just to end with here, that we're seeing a lot is those solutions to break it into payments. Okay, and there's tools, Klarna, Afterpay. There's a number of those things which are, they're good for the business. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and you will get paid up front by the for the transaction. But those companies allow the purchaser to make payments over time, and typically those payments are with no interest as well, and so they can make larger purchases interest free using those types of things. That's a good experience. So again, you're providing those types of tools on your website, uh, enables people to feel better about making that purchase, and they're doing that online today. So you need to take a look at that from your user experience standpoint. All right, those are the details. You can find this blog post over at digitalhill.com. Click on the blog and you'll see that as the top one right now. Increase your homepage conversions with these tips. Hopefully that's helpful to get you thinking about ways that you need to update, review, upgrade your website as the year ends and the new year starts. All right, this is Mike. We'll see you next time. Take care.